What's up everyone, some guy here with another Alliance War video. Season 23, War number 8. We are versing against F and G. I don't think we've versed him before, but going on to Path 5 here, we have this Ebony Maw on Ebb and Flow Knockdown, and I think that's about it. Just boosting up over here. I'm just going to be mainly using Torch for this fight. I thought about putting on my pre-fight ability for this fight, or maybe for the next fight, but I took a look at the map just to make sure that I wouldn't need it for anyone else. And I think I decided that I might need it for some of the mini boss up in tier 3. So I just decided not to put the pre-fight ability, since Ebony Maw is still pretty easy without the pre-fight ability. But main objective is just to do some reparries and knock him down to get the passive Furies and just do damage from there. This Ebony Maw is only a rank 1, so he goes down very fast. Plus he doesn't have too much physical resistance, so he's pretty soft. Very good counter for Human Torch. Moving up to the next fight, we have this Darkhawk here on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Heavy Hitter. Main objective is also just to knock him down a bunch of times. However, he will get the shield. He will be in shield mode whenever you knock him down. So I'm just gonna keep on using my heavies to knock him down, and to keep my temperature up, and to have the passive Fury to shut down the protection. Just bait out some SP1s. I'm not too worried if I push him to SP2, since Torch can just bypass the miss mechanic when he has high temperature. Right there, I missed a heavy. I thought I was close enough for me to chain my heavies in the corner, but I was still too far, and he was able to catch me and combo me, and he does do some good crits on me. Luckily, the adrenaline, I'm able to heal up a little bit from it, but that's just one of the mistakes from this fight. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. I probably could have thrown my SP3 here to get more adrenaline healing back, but I just didn't. But going up to the next fight, we have this Tigra here on I think Power Alternator, along with some other nodes. Oh yeah, Steady Build Fury and Heavy Hitter as well. Her heavy, she can push you pretty quick into the corner if you do miss a parry on her, and since it is Heavy Hitter, you can't punish her heavy, and she goes pretty far back with her heavies, as you can see here. So she can push you back in the corner very quickly if you don't if you miss a parry, basically. But I'm just gonna be using Torch, and anything Mystic is basically Torch food most of the time, and she goes down very quickly. Not much to worry about here. Next up here, we have this Dr. Doom on Power Snack and Backup Recovery. I thought about using my pre-fight ability here, but then I saw he's a 5-star, so I decided not to. I might be able to use a pre-fight up in tier 3, a mini boss or so. So I just went in without the pre-fight, plus Torch is a pretty good counter for Dr. Doom anyway without the pre-fight. Main objective is just to not to trigger Dexterity, since when you do trigger this Dexterity, the Power Snack will nullify the precision buff, and it will put a shock on you, and then Doom can try and slap you with it. The other annoying thing is I want to bait out his SP2s more, but he does keep on throwing his SP1, so I have to dex it because it is unblockable. So that's the one thing that it's kind of annoying. So looking back, I think I should have thrown on my pre-fight ability for this fight just so I can end it faster. Right here, I was able to push him to SP2 and be able to dex it, but for the most part, I should have just stick to parry heavy and not trigger any dex. And maybe just play more passive to bait out his forward dash so I can reparry and push him to an SP2. Oh, and so coming up is a pretty interesting interaction here. So right here, I throw my SP2 when I shouldn't have, because he's almost to backup recovery. However, the SP2 does stun him, and instead of gaining power, he will be gaining health instead. However, with Despair and Torch's ability, the health is getting reversed. So that was a pretty cool interaction, very, very lucky. I don't know why I dexed over there, and I almost pushed into an SP3 there, and then I get a shock on me, and then he just Doom slaps me really hard and crits pretty hard, and I was like, okay, let me just try and get out of here. I don't want to stay any longer. But very, very fortunate and lucky, I think. Definitely wasn't doing that on purpose. It just worked out perfectly. But moving on here to this thing on Crumbling Armor, Force of Will, Footloose, and Kinetic Transference. One of our teammate tried to use Stealth Spidey to take him down, and he almost had it, but slipped it at the end. I'm just going here to finish it. I have had a nightmare, I think, with Nick Fury here last season, where he was pretty much around the same health, and I accidentally pushed into an SP3 and I died when the opponent only had like 20% health left. Granted, it was a Nick Fury, so he was stun immune, but still. So going into here, I have a little bit of PTSD finishing fights over here, just because it's very easily can go wrong. But luckily, I'm able to pull it off this time. But moving on to section 2 here, we have this Void on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Sadist. Nick Fury is a very safe fight, safe counter against Voids, since every time you knock him down, it will purify any non-damaging debuffs, which is all of Void's debuffs. So I just gotta play it, I guess, slow and safe, and just look out for the debuffs or in the timer. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward fight. Oh yeah, just don't do that. Don't get clip dashing back here. Get a nice intercept here, and I throw my SP2 for a good damage. It doesn't kill him, obviously. I thought about finishing, but he is pretty close to an SP3. I was like, okay, let me just bait this out and play it safe here. Not the cleanest Void fight, but Nick Fury always has a second life to fall back on, so not much to worry about here. Going on to the next fight, we have this Nova here on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Redouble Determination. Doom is a perfect counter for this defender on this node. Not even have to worry about the Ebb and Flow Intercept, just get in the Doom cycle and the fight should be pretty much over. Basically, I'm trying to get Nova to like SP2 or close to an SP2, and me to have an SP1, so I just have to drain the power and then get myself to an SP3 and then push Nova to an SP2 and then use my SP3 and then get the dome rotation from there on. I usually like to throw my SP1 when I get close to an SP2, just so I can get the aura up and then have the power pretty much in control. And then from here, I'm just trying to get to an SP3 and the opponent to an SP2. So right here, I'm just baiting out. I don't want him to throw his special. Good thing he does throw his heavy, so I'm able to get my SP3 and him above an SP2. Throw my SP3. He's gonna come out passively stunned. I'm just gonna use medium, light, medium, followed by light, 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 medium, medium to push him back up to an SP3, and then use my SP1 to power drain it. And I'm just gonna hold block here and bait his dash in and try and reparry, and then gets combo in and use a heavy to push myself back to an SP3, and he is also up to an SP2. I don't run any Mystic dispersions just because I like to be able to control how much power I'm getting with Doom. I find that sometimes when I run 3 or 4 out of 5 Mystic dispersions, I'm getting too much power back on my Doom rotation, and I'm not able to control it, and he shoots up to an SP2 instead of an SP1. So it gets kind of tricky when I have SP2 and then the opponent has like close to 3 bars of power, and I'm not able to power drain it, and I'm not able to get to my SP3 soon enough. So that's just something I find it not as helpful with the Mystic Dispersion with Doom. So that's why I like to have it off, so I know exactly how much power I'm getting back. But yeah, this fight is almost a walk in the park with Doom. Nothing to worry about here, even with the Epic Flow Intercept. I actually didn't end up taking any more fights after that. I was not needed anymore. But we do end up winning this war. Our opponent unfortunately did not was not able to clear the map, which gave us actually a lot of points. This does actually do nothing to our leaderboard. We still stay at rank 11 in Platinum 1. Hopefully we are able to win the next one and get a tier 1 multiplier and go from there. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.